Hello again. Time for another late reaction to a death battle. I put it off because I really didn't have any interest in either franchise here. Not the biggest Predator fan, but I did see the new prequel on Hulu or whatever, and just like the critics said, it was pretty good. And you got even indigenous activists who were working on it, and others who said that it didn't fuck up anything about Native American culture and shit, so props there, and it was a nice little suspenseful action thriller overall. Yeah, but even I really don't care for Predator. I was impressed, and I did like Predator 2, and it kind of explains how the flintlock pistol got there, and, yeah, but again, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I've always been put off by the super idiotic fanboys. Now it's all the whining about SJWs, and then before that it was whining about the prequels, and then even before that you had like idiots fan wanking over Boba Fett, even though he really didn't do anything in the movies. I like to kind of torque off the voice by saying if I was building a team and I had to choose between Jar Jar and Boba Fett, the Gungan gets in. When he fucks up, droids get fucked up for you. When Boba Fett fucks up, swan dive right into the Sarlacc pit, like 4 or 5 times or whatever in the books or something. But anyway, I've chatted enough. Time to see how this goes down. In 3, 2, 1, boom!
Boba Fett, the greatest bounty hunter from a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, but a big fish in a small pond. Simsar kicked his ass twice!
Nothing quite like the
a thing of
thrill
beauty.
the hunt, especially when you're chasing that most dangerous game.
Not humans, we're tugging face-hugging.
Oh yeah, AVP, the first one. I did enjoy that one too. It was good, silly fun, but Requiem made me physically ill!
Throughout the galaxy, few names are as feared as Boba Fett.
When you've got the greatest army of all time cloned after your dad, that's no big surprise.
In an incredibly convoluted bid to wrest control of the Galactic Republic, the Sith Lords Darth Sidious and Tyrannus secretly organized the construction of a clone army based on the genetic code of the galaxy's greatest bounty hunter at the time, Jango Fett.
That battle was awesome. Probably the best part of Episode 2, the weak link in the old movies.
Boba, who became a cute little murderer just like his pop. Well, that is, until Jango, let it get to his head.
Just as headstrong as his father, Boba swore vengeance on the Jedi and devoted his life to becoming as deadly an assassin
Kid
as
Boba, he's adorbs though in that CG cartoon. I will grant that.
Mandalorians, basically a society completely dedicated to the art of war. Most of the time.
Indeed.
Okay, Star Wars is Klingons, we get it.
Mandalorians have waged war against the Jedi and easily held their own, despite lacking use of the Force.
And what's a self-respecting Mandalorian without his Mandalorian armor? Inherited from his dad, Fett's armor is made out of Beskar.
Also known as Mandalorian iron, Beskar is one of the strongest materials in the galaxy, tough enough to resist thermal detonator blasts and lightsaber strikes. Even bolts of lightning that can vaporize people aren't enough to harm the armor itself.
Fett's helmet has a targeting system, lets him see in infrared, and even has 360-degree vision.
And his wrist-mounted vambrace.
Well, I had Samus beat in that department, I guess.
Come with a variety of indispensable tools, like a flamethrower, fiber cord whip, mini concussion rocket, laser beam, and forearm blades.
But when Fett wants to take his opponent by surprise, he breaks out the kneecap rockets. Not since the butt machine guns has Death Battle seen a weapon so devious.
As a living Swiss Army gun, Fett prefers long-range combat.
So it helps to have a jetpack for quick getaways, especially one with a rocket that can nuke small spacecrafts. He also has his trusty EE-3 carbine rifle and blaster pistol, which is powerful enough to vaporize a dude in one shot.
But should an opponent get too close for comfort, or should his jetpack inevitably malfunction, Fett can reacquaint his victims with their maker with his Gatterfy stick, handcrafted by Fett himself as part of a Tusken rite of passage. Kind of like how Jedi make their lightsabers.
Add in your classic flash bombs, sonic bombs, gas bombs, motion sensor bombs, and the uber-powerful thermal detonators, and Fetty's
I remember those in the old Super Nintendo games.
Can annihilate small
Screen
buildings and
nuke.
even this stone bridge. Based on its size and the number of bombs used, each one should be packing around 3.5 tons of TNT.
But his weapons aren't all that.
The Terracotta PS1 game, really? Did you have to remind us of that?
Need to be to take on the Jedi and steal their sweet, sweet laser swords for himself.
He outsmarted the Jedi Master Mace Windu as just a child, and we know he's fought multiple Jedi after the Purge. In the old Legends timeline, he even fought Darth Vader twice. The same Vader who can dogfight at near light speed.
That's why he's decked out with all those tools to distract and confuse Jedi and their space magic long enough to get a clean kill.
And while he has a professional code of honor, when it comes to combat, Fett will use any underhanded tactics he can think of, perfect for fighting honorable Jedi. As my personal hero once said, silly Jedi. If only he was here right now to kill all these stupid meatbags.
That's probably not good.
Boba can crumple steel doors with ease,
tension.
raise explosions with his jetpack, and was shot through the chest and just walked it off.
Because of course he
and I
did.
quote, very angry about it.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Giant monster space vagina itself was able to hold him, no matter the continuity.
Even into middle age, Boba remained a force to be reckoned with. In the older timeline, he led the Mandalorians to victory in the Yuuzhan Vong War, and even trained the Jedi Jaina Solo to defeat her brother, who just so happened to be a Dark Lord of the Sith. I guess even Boba was able to overcome his anti-Jedi prejudices.
And then Disney axed all that. But who gives a shit when you're sitting pretty on Jabba's throne like an absolute pimp? Or like a panther?
He even managed to defeat Cad Bane in a duel, possibly the greatest bounty hunter the galaxy had ever seen up until that point.
Second greatest now is, and look at that dodge, channeling some of that Han shot first energy I see.
So if you ever find yourself in Fett's crosshairs, don't bother running. You'll only die tired.
Okay, as I was saying before the ad started playing, yeah, they've added a lot of stuff in supplemental material for Boba Fett.
An elite American Spec Ops unit would come into conflict with Soviet-backed insurgents. Their mission was a success, but little did they know, they were the ones being hunted.
It was almost as if the jungle itself was killing him. But in reality, it was a traveler from beyond the stars, a superhuman killing machine whose entire life was devoted to murder.
This was a predator, and these men were its prey.
And this alien hunter had more than enough gnarly gadgets to take Arnie and his crew down, like the plasma caster, a shoulder-mounted laser cannon.
There's a tracking system connected to the Predator's biohelmet, which allows him to see in X-ray, UV, and night vision. This is on top of the Predator's own unique way of seeing.
Okay, that tops
through
all of
natural
Samus
infrared
Aran's
sight.
options.
Essentially, he tracks individuals by recognizing differences in heat signatures.
Too bad humans can't do the same, since the Predator's full-body light-bending camouflage makes him invisible to the naked human eye, letting him blend into the shadows and pick off his prey one by one.
But as ruthless as that sounds, the Predator is an honorable fighter who relishes the chance to fight up close and personal with his iconic wrist blades.
And guess what? For as bad as this one Predator was, this dude wasn't even that special. In fact, he was actually kind of a noob. There's a whole planet of these guys.
These are the Yautja. Yautja? Yautja?
Don't look at me. I don't really follow the lore for this
Society is
franchise.
based around one thing: hunting. The bigger and deadlier the game, the more honor slaying it brings.
Which is why the Predators take on muscly heroes for breakfast.
Just one failed hunt forever dooms a Yautja to humiliation or death. And since Yautja lifespans can last hundreds of years, that would mean that Elder Hunters have centuries of combat experience and have never been defeated. They have literally kept winning for hundreds of years.
And this is the kind of Predator we're looking at today.
Just because I don't really care for the franchise doesn't mean I can admit these guys are bad news. They don't fuck around.
With bulletproof skin, acid blood, and retractable penis mouth, these aliens are dangerous enough to take down even the best Yautja hunters.
Which is why they carry a greatly diversified arsenal compared to the original Jungle Hunter. These more exotic weapons are earned over the course of numerous successful hunts and are proof of a Yautja's mastery and experience. Like the retractable combi sticks, net guns, and controllable smart discs that vibrate at supersonic speeds.
Allowing them to kill their ultimate equally dangerous rival, Gary Busey.
They even carry a portable EMP that will disrupt all electronic devices in the vicinity, forcing their prey to fight them on their terms.
Which is when they break out their plasma scythe, made of messed up evil laser energy.
This dark plasma the scythe emits cannot be stopped by conventional matter. Instead of merely cutting a target, its energy passes through their body, ensuring their victim will die in as little as 4 hits.
Even without his arsenal, the Predator is a literal beast. He's strong enough to tear through 2 inches of steel like it was tissue paper, casually invent the first Mortal Kombat fatality, and give Mother Nature the finger.
Was he in a guest star in one of the Mortal Kombat games as DLC? I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Forged, making it incredibly durable.
The Predator is tough enough to tank huge gas explosions and fast enough to dodge laser beams.
But even if a Predator is defeated, he is expected to perform one final rite, activating a countdown to a nuclear explosion that vaporizes everything within 300 city blocks. Based on the size of that blast, this would be exploding with 15 times the energy as the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
So, when a Pred wants you dead, there's no escape. Not even an army of xenomorphs and their queen are enough to take the toughest Predators down. When even Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger shits his pants in your very presence, you know you're as badass as they come. A goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the
Alright, 2 characters I'm not the biggest fans of. Let's see who wins. Personally, I'll root for the Yachtjud, Predator, or whatever the fuck you call him. Scrapes it through the swamp. La 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 la. How would that Mandalorian seal look in infrared? I don't know.
Fools.
Alright, here we go. That should let him spot him, hopefully.
You're mine.
Yeah, this is not going to be easy for Boba Fett, even if he does win. Actually, I think he's going to win, just my personal prediction. I like root for the underdog, though. And of course, the rocket's got a malfunction. At least there's no Sarlacc fit around. Alright, come at me, bro. Kneecap rockets. That's probably not going to do much. It did not. Oh boy! Makes me angry. You don't like me when I'm angry.
You're mine.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Well, he's got a trophy, but the job is not done.
Amateur.
Okay, can he stand up to one of those thermal detonators, though? That's the Yep, she sure can. Oh, that's right, he's got a lightsaber. That's one way to cauterize a wound. Alright, down to the nitty-gritty.
One ugly motherfucker.
Of course he's gotta say that! You know, I just realized... that's the one thing Nara didn't get to say in the Predator prequel. She should have. Yeah, infrared's not gonna be much good right now. Yeah, I figured Boba Fett was gonna make a comeback.
I'll be taking this. Fools.
Is it a draw? No, I figured. Well, he had to give him one after he lost to Samus Aran twice!
Boba was always a one-man army, even as a one-armed man.
Despite the Predator's fearsome power and experience, Fett's versatility and arsenal allowed him to survive this hunt.
While Boba could crumple steel, the Predator could easily tear straight through it, making him the stronger of the two.
But while the Predator could dodge laser beams, Fett could match Force users with near light-speed reactions, making them similar in speed.
However, the major difference was durability.
While the Predators are definitely tough, Fett's Beskar armor covers more of his body, and would easily resist almost all of a Predator's arsenal.
Like the plasma caster, usually hot enough to blast a hole through anything. But you know what else is made of plasma? Lightsabers, which bounce off Beskar no problem.
Specialized tools like the Plasma Scythe, with its ability to bypass conventional matter, could manage to kill Fett with a few lucky hits. However, Fett's jetpack and long-range arsenal allowed him to fight safely from a distance.
And Fett's kit countered a lot of what Predator could do. His helmet's infrared could see past Pred's camouflage, his flamethrower messed with Pred's thermal vision, and nothing the Predator had could withstand a lightsaber strike.
Also, the Predator's EMP could not disable Fett's armor, considering Beskar has withstood bolts of electromagnetic energy before without short-circuiting.
That's not to say the Predator was totally outmatched. He had a lot of similar gear, and a peak Predator would have had centuries of combat experience backing him up. Way more than Boba.
However, Fett was generally trickier. Predators fight with a code of honor and rarely, if ever, employ dirty tactics.
While Fett isn't totally without honor, he still employs dirty tactics to win fair fights, and was more likely to outfox the Pred given the chance.
Of course, none of that would have mattered had the Predator taken them both out with his nuclear suicide bomb. At its epicenter, it would have been more than powerful enough to fry Fett. At its epicenter. The further away you are from the center of a blast, the less energy you're getting hit with.
By our calculations, Boba only needed to get about 50 meters away before the energy he was tanking was only about as much as your average thermal detonator, which the Beskar can survive. And given the countdown lasts 40 seconds, there was more than enough time, especially with a jetpack. Hell, Arnie escaped the same attack just by sprinting.
But perhaps the most important difference is the scope of their prey. Xenomorphs are definitely deadly, but they're not quite as dangerous as a master Force user who can read minds and throw starships around like they're made of paper. Fett was definitely prepared for anything the Predator could throw at him, even space magic. The Predator was as deadly and skilled as they come, but Fett's cunning, arsenal, and impenetrable armor gave him the win.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh well, my pick loses yet again. Whatever.
The winner is
Such
Boba.
is life. Oh, was that from the 80s cartoon?
Hey, if you want more Death Metal ASAP, why not grab a member?